Good morning, class. And today we will start with the next chapter, that is trigonometric functions. And the very first exercise is all about different measures. How do we measure the angle? In junior classes, we have done the system. This is degree measure, right? And I give you small introduction also about the degree measure. What is the degree measure do? And this system is also known as British system. Okay, this system is also known as British system or British measure. Okay, so under degree measure, what happens here, it always measure the angle in the form of right angles. And we know what is right angle. Right angle, we say that it is equals to 90 degree. And how this 90 degree has come actually? So when we are taking our Cartesian system, and in the first quadrant, we know if I mark it as A, this is O, and if I mark it as B, and here if I say this is my initial position of the ray, initial side of the ray, and now it is rotated in the anti-clockwise direction and it is making a right angle. AOB is now right angle, and this right angle is divided into how many parts or how many divisions? This right angle is divided into 90 equal divisions, and these divisions are called degrees. Each division is called degree, and so right angle is equal to how many degrees or how many divisions? 90 divisions are there. That means 90 degrees are there. So when it takes one more completes one more quadrant, and each quadrant we have it is fixed, it is of 90 degree. Okay, so when it completes one more quadrant in anti-clockwise direction, so this quadrant is again divided into how many degrees? 90 degrees. So 90 plus 90, 180 degrees are there. Further, if it goes one more quadrant in the anti-clockwise direction, then it will become 270 degree. And when it completes one revolution, how many degrees are completed? That means one complete circle is equal to, it will be equals to 360 degrees, right? So one complete revolution, this is equals to 360 degree. We can also say one complete circle. So the angle of complete circle, this is equals to 360 degrees. Okay, now these degrees, this degree is a division, and this division is further divided into again divisions. So 1 degree is equal to 60 minutes, and this minute is represented by this single dash, and 1 minute is further equals to 60 seconds. So in degree measure, we have 3 divisions. One right angle is divided into 90 divisions, and those divisions are called degrees. This 1 degree is divided into again 60 divisions, and these 60 divisions are called 60 minutes. And 1 minute is again divided into 60 divisions, which are called 60 seconds. Okay, so this is all about the degree measure. And this thing we know very well, if I am taking the angle in the anti-clockwise direction, plus sign comes. But if same angle I am measure in the clockwise direction, if I here anti-clockwise direction, if clockwise I go, the measurement will remain same. If I go clockwise, now this quadrant is coming first. Again the quadrant is divided into 90 divisions only. The angle will be 90 degree only, but since it is in the opposite direction, so the angle will have minus sign. So it will become minus of 90 degree. And if it goes further, it will become minus 180 degree, minus 270 degree, and then minus 360 degree. Right? Either I write down the angle in anti-clockwise direction or clockwise direction. Angles are same way. All the quadrants are of 90 degree, but minus sign will come when it is clockwise direction, plus sign will come when the angle is measured in anti-clockwise direction. Okay, And now the next measure that is important to understand, because it's the new thing for you people. So the second measure is radian measure, and this is also called circular measure. Radian measure or circular measure. If you just look at the name, these two names are, circular means it is coming from the word circle, radian means it is coming from the word radius. So this angle is actually connected with the radius of the circle. Okay, the angle or the measure, this measurement of angle is connected with the radius of the circle. How we will take it? If I take a unit circle, first of all, when I am talking about the unit circle means, what does it mean? A circle with radius of 1 unit. Now this unit can be centimeter, this unit can be meter, unit can be inch, anything, but radius is of 1. Radius can be 1 centimeter. Okay, I'm repeating, radius can be 1 meter, radius can be whatever unit you take, it is 1 only. Okay, that radius is 1 of that unit. So if I'm taking a unit circle, right, so let me take here a unit circle. So unit circle means the radius is 1. I am fixing the center at the origin. Center I am taking 0, 0. So if I take the circle, unit circle, it is unit circle. Okay, now that means this radius is 1 unit. So this is also 1 unit, this is also radius, this is also radius, this is also radius. From the center O, if I join at the circumference of the circle at any point, that is the radius only. Now what I am going to take, if I take an arc of length, if the radius is 1 unit and I take the arc of length 1 unit, same, that means this unit, this length if I take and it is overlapping the circle, that means the radius length if I take and it overlaps the circle. So if this is A, this is B, so if I take an arc of length 1 unit only, that means equal to the length of the radius, then the angle subtended by this arc at the center of the circle is 1 radian angle. I am repeating, the angle subtended at the center by an arc of length 1 unit in the unit circle is said to have a measure of 1 radian. Now this angle is 1 radian. Okay, so it is in the circle, the angle subtended by an arc at the center of a unit circle is said to have a 1 radian measure. And what is the length of the arc? The length of the arc is also 1 unit. Circle is also unit circle, that means radius is 1 unit, the length of the arc is 1 unit. So now the angle subtended by this arc AB at the center O, right, is 1 radian angle. Clear? Rule will remain same here. If I am measuring the angle in anti-clockwise direction, it will be positive radian, and if I measure the angle in clockwise direction, it will be negative, right? So same thing if I take, let me take one more circle. So if I take here, wait, let me draw the circle. Okay, so if I take again, I'm taking the arc, this is A, this is C, this is our center, 0 comma 0 only. Now I am taking the arc length 1 unit only. The radius is also 1 unit, and the angle I am taking in the clockwise direction. Angle is now in the clockwise direction, then this angle will be minus 1 radian. Okay, so if the angle is in clockwise direction, here also in the circle it will be negative. If the angle is measured in anti-clockwise direction, then it will be positive. Okay, the next thing is, if I take the length of the arc, now here you people will be drawing so many unit circles to understand, and the same thing you people should do in your notebook also. Unit circles all have to be drawn. If I take this is A, now the radius is 1 unit only. I am increasing the length of the arc. Let us say I am taking here, the length of the arc is increased. Let us say it is 2 units, double of the radius of the circle. Now if this is 2 unit, then the angle subtended by an arc at the center, the angle subtended by an arc of length 2 unit at the center of the unit circle, that means this angle I am taking in anti-clockwise direction. Now what is the length of the arc? Length of the arc is 2 unit. Okay, so this angle will be 2 radian. This angle will be 2 radian. And if I take the angle in clockwise direction, the length of the arc is again 2 unit, then it will become minus 2 radian. So if I increase the length of the arc, what is happening here? The angle is also increasing. If I increase the length of the arc by 3 units and so on, and here what will happen here? If I take the length of the arc up to this, what is this? This is semicircle, if you notice. And when I take the length of the arc equals to circumference of the semicircle, because this will become now circumference. Okay, so what is the circumference of semicircle? What is the formula? Pi r. Pi r. But here what is the radius? Here radius is 1 unit in our unit circle, so circumference will become pi. It means the angle subtended by an arc of length pi at the center of the circle will be equals to how many radians? It will become equals to pi radians. So I am writing here angle subtended at the center of a unit circle by an arc of length pi units will be equals to what? What will be the angle? It will be pi radians, right? And now the next thing, if I am taking the circle, one more circle I am taking the circle. Now the length of the arc, if I say, it is equal to the circumference of the circle. Okay, the angle subtended by a circle at the center, the angle subtended by the circle at the center, then this angle will be equals to what? Now as the length of the arc is increasing, it means our angle is also increasing. The length of the arc is 1 unit, angle is 1 radian. The length of the arc is 2 unit, angle is 2 radian. The length of the arc is pi units, the angle is becoming pi radians. That means whatever angle theta is becoming, theta is actually what is coming, how we are writing? Theta is actually length of the arc divided by radius of the circle. Directly it is coming, and the radius of the circle is always here 1 unit because we are taking a unit circle. Okay, so whatever length is there, that is coming equals to the angle. So here this is our generalized formula when we are finding the angle of a unit circle. So here if I am writing, if length of an arc is equals to circumference of a circle, which circle? Circumference of a, let us say, unit circle, because we are considering the unit circle. The formula for the circumference of the circle is 2 pi r, but the radius is 1 unit, so circumference will be 2 pi only. Now what will be the angle subtended by a complete circle? It will be 2 pi upon the radius is 1 unit only, so that is 2 pi. It means here in radian measure, what we have calculated, the angle subtended by a circle at the center is 2 pi radians. Okay, and now we will make the relationship between the radian measure and degree measure. Okay, I hope this thing is clear. So what is the radian angle or radian measure? I am repeating the statement: angle subtended at the center of a unit circle by an arc of length 1 unit is said to have a measure of 1 radian. So angle subtended at the center of a unit circle by an arc of length 2 unit is said to have a measure of 2 radian. And as I continue, as I keep on increasing the length of the arc, and finally if I say the angle subtended at the center of a unit circle by an arc of length equals to 2 pi, that is the circumference of the circle, it will be equals to 2 pi radians. Okay, so here whenever we are taking the unit circle, angle at the center or is exactly equals to how much or what is the whatever length we are taking of the arc, right? So this is all about the radian measure, and now we will make the relationship between the degree measure and radian measure. Okay, so let us find the relationship. Let me write down the heading first of all: relationship between degree measure and radian measure. Degree and radian measure. If you notice, in the degree measure we said the angle of one complete revolution or one complete circle, how many degrees are there in one complete circle, or how many degrees are there in one complete revolution? 360 degree. So there we have written one complete circle. How much was there? There are 360 degrees, and in the radian measure just now we have calculated one complete circle. What was the total angle subtended by the circle at the center? And that is actually equals to one complete revolution only. And how much we have calculated? It is 2 pi radians. Okay, so according to the degree measure, one complete circle is 360 degrees. According to the radian measure, one complete circle is 2 pi radians. Actually both are same only, so I can say that 2 pi radians is equals to 360 degrees, right? And further, which implies that pi radian will be equals to 180 degree if I divide both sides by 2, right? Which further implies I can say pi by 2 radian will be equals to 90 degrees. That means one right angle is equals to 90 degrees according to degree measure, and one right angle will be equals to pi by 2 radians now according to the radian measure, right? This way we can find further the values of all the degrees, the basic which we use quite often, that at least you people can find out. If pi is 180 degree, what will be pi by 2? 90 degree. What will be pi by 4? 45 degree. Pi by 6, it will become 30 degree. Pi by 3, it will become 60 degree, and so on, right? So this is how we can convert into these. But now we need the standard formula also. How will we convert it? From here, if I say that 90 degrees or 360 degrees is equals to 2 pi, that means 180 degree is equals to pi radians. Okay, I am repeating, 180 degree is equals to pi radians. It means 1 radian 1 radian will be equals to what? It will be equals to 180 degree upon pi, right? And what will be 1 degree equals to? And 1 degree will be equals to pi upon 180, right? So 1 radian is 180 degree upon pi, and 1 degree is pi upon 180 radians, definitely, because this side radian was there and here automatically degrees are there, and the values are already calculated here. If you people want to check what are the values, so 1 radian is actually equals to 57 degrees and 16 minutes approximately, right? This is the approximate value actually. And 1 degree, when I say 1 degree, we are writing pi upon 180 radians, so this is approximately 0.011746 value, definitely radians. This is also approximate value. Okay, so you people are not supposed to learn the values. I am just giving you the values, that approximately these are the values that we will get. So this is the relation, that 1 radian will be equals to 180 degree upon pi, and 1 degree will be equals to pi upon 180 radians. Now what are the formulas? If I have to convert the radian measure into degree measure, how will we do that, right? And it is simple. If I have to write down radian measure for the given degree measure, if I have to convert into radian measure, it will be equals to pi upon 180 into degree measure. Whatever degree measure angle is given, we will write down it like that. If degree measure angle is given and I have to find the value in the radian measure, what we will do, we will write down pi by 180 into degree measure. Okay, so and similarly, let me write down the other formula also first. And if I have to find the degree measure, then degree measure will be equals to 180 upon pi into radian measure. So here we will write down the value of the given radian measure. If it is given, find the radian measure of this angle, and the angle is given in the degree measure, formula we will simply write down pi by 180 into whatever degree measure is given. The answer that we are getting, it will be in terms of radians. And if I have to find the angle in the degree measure, that means it is given in the radian measure, so we will use this formula. So these two formulas are for the conversion from degree to radian and radian to degree, right? We will discuss here 1 or 2 examples how we are converting the angles, and so that we people can find or we people can understand how to use these two formulas, right? So let us take one example. The first we will write down, it is convert 40 degrees and 20, this is given in the degree measure, we have to convert it into radian measure, right? We will convert it into radian measure. Now if we notice here, the angle is given in degrees and minutes further divided. We know that 1 degree is equals to how many minutes? 60 minutes, right? So these 20 minutes will be equals to then how many degrees? That means what we will do here we will write down 60 minutes is equals to 1 degree. So 20 minutes will be equals to how many degrees? It will become 20 divided by 60, that means 1 by 3 degree it will become. Okay, so 40 degree and 20 minutes. Now this 40 degree and 20 minutes, then I can say it will be 41 by 3 degrees. 41 by 3 degrees means how much? It will become 121 by 3 degrees. Okay, but we have to convert it into radian measure. So radian measure, what is the formula? Just now we have done, it is pi upon 180 into whatever degree measure we have, right? So we will write down here pi by 180 into what is the degree measure we have here? It is 121 by 3. Okay, so 121 by 3, and when we solve it, we can calculation, divisions or cancellation is tough here. So 121 pi we will keep as such, 0, 4 and 5. So this will be our formula, that 40 degrees 20 minutes will be equals to 121 upon 540 pi radians, right? And one more example we can take here. If I have to convert let us say pi by 6 radians into degree measure, this we have to convert into degree. This is given in the radian. Okay, now what is the formula? If I have to convert it into degree measure, then the formula is, it will be equals to 180 upon pi into degree measure, sorry, into radian measure, because radian is given into radian measure. So what will become the formula? This we will write down 180 upon pi into pi by 6, right? And this will be calculated. So pi and pi cancel, 6 into 3 18, so it will become 30 degree. That means 30 degree is equals to pi by 6 radians, and so on. 5 pi by 4, 5 pi by 6, and like that. Whatever radian measure is given, we can convert it into degree measure. Okay, I hope this concept of degree measure and then radian measure, and afterwards relationship between degree measure and radian measure is clear. So you people can do few sums of the first exercise where all the conversions are only done. Okay, so thank you class.